Stay the fuck away, stay the fuck away. Stay the fuck away, stay the fuck away. Good evening, everyone. Sean Patrick here in a snazzy shirt. Sorry about my absence last night, but I just couldn't pull it off. Hey, them's fighting words. I kept making bad mistakes, and I don't have any editing software, so tonight will be kind of a combo. Fort McMurray, hey? Burns down 4 years ago, and now Amazon finally delivers the water you ordered, with interest. Virtual hugs and kisses go to everyone who calls Fort McMurray home, and everyone who's helping them now. In the Prime Minister's address yesterday, I found something very interesting. At one point, Justin was respectfully asked about Health Canada's decision to suspend the necessity for bilingual labeling on certain items like disinfectants and hand sanitizers. The very reasonable answer was so that they could get these items, which are necessary for public health and in great demand, to people more quickly. This is a temporary suspension. Shortly thereafter, another reporter asks, in reference to the Health Canada decision, there are a number of francophones who are extremely offended by this. Senator Cormier said nothing justifies violating the Official Languages Act. What do you think justifies it, and what do you say to them? Wow, we really have nothing better to do? No matter more pressing than bilingual labeling? Hey, Sandy, can you think of anything, more frightening, a bigger issue than maybe, hand sanitizer that only had a French label on it? Yes, the lack of cookies, but that's not what I was talking about. Just go bake some. Look, everyone has been using hand sanitizers and disinfectants at an unprecedented level for the last many weeks, to the point where even I could tell what was in the bottle because that's the part I couldn't read that was always right beside the part that said hand sanitizer. So I went looking to see what this was all about, and I found two things. First, that Health Canada had announced that decision on March 18th, and it was widely reported on then, yet I found no dissension. And they have reiterated it several times since, including, you got it, just the other day. The second was Senator Rene Cormier of New Brunswick's Twitter account, where I found the twit the reporter was referring to, which also said it is a matter of public health and safety. I could find no other mention of this. Nobody reported on Cormier's or anyone else's objections, if they exist. Yes, the Official Languages Act should be upheld, but just for this particular issue, when we need to get these supplies out more quickly, for public health and safety. If you leave it within reach of someone who doesn't know any better, I doubt it would matter what the language was on the label. They also come in containers that aren't shaped like anything I've ever seen food in. So either nobody else is really upset about this, or Cormier just received some Anglo-centric cleanser that he's dissatisfied with. Well, if that's the case, send back the federally provided life-saving products. Someone who's truly worried about public health and safety can use them. Yesterday's multi-minister's address was, of course, terrible. Due to the release of the new modeling, there were constant useless questions which required constant repeated explanations. Just read it and go the fuck away instead of wasting our time. Pardon me. They've told you, they've explained it, these aren't real numbers, these aren't facts. I wanted to get on the call-in question list so I could say, hello, ministers, Sean Patrick here from STFA News. First of all, I'd like to thank you for your service to our country in this incredible time of need. My question is for all the ministers. On a scale of 1 being not at all and 10 being more than anything else I've ever done in my life, how much do you regret ever releasing the modeling? I bet I'd get a giggle out of a couple of them at least. Well, yet again, today CBC cut off coverage of the multi-ministers meeting to show some far superior whiny bitching in Parliament. So I ended up having a bit of fun. I found the address on CPAC and put the closed captioning on, as before they had a translator, and the captioning helps me with getting quotes. Well, this time the closed captioning was auto generated and it didn't know French either. I was treated to phrases like showing the recent Bugle Dojo, idea same cornmeal croissants, what's on today's catkin, fear me don't meal, and something about a quesada malady. Yesterday, Premier Ford unveiled his roadmap, not calendar, because life is a highway. This plan is so thin Callista Flockhart couldn't hide behind it. And that's because we still don't know everything that we need to know. We still don't have all the testing and safety measures against Theaki, and we're barely seeing a glimmer of hope, which doesn't reflect what's actually going on in the community. Like this new thing with COVID toes. Check it out. Gross. So stay the fuck away from each other and wash everything. A lot.